In time of adversity when all feels lost, the one thing we can always count on is the support of the families and friends. So it saddens me that in time of need we as a society would rather take our vacations and make a memory as more important than securing a life. I get it, you've spent hundreds and thousands of dollars to get out to the islands and relax. Probably itching to stick your feet into the sand and gaze upon its beauty, but I'm asking on behalf of the natives of Maui, don't come unless you plan on passing out supplies, rebuilding homes, planting trees, locating the lost and missing. Paradise to you is a memory, but for the residents of Hawaii it's a way of life, it's their home. This very moment many are displaced, staying in shelters and trying to plan what comes next. Each has a story to tell, and some are doing just that. Understand, as an outsider looking in, we only see and experience what is shown to us. Naturally, this does not mean we are helpless, we can still make a difference. There are internal support groups such as the Hawaii Community Foundation and Maui Fire's People Locator. Going forward, all future episodes will include call to action before the episode or chapter plays. Creators and podcasters join me in getting aid to those in need to hawaiicommunityfoundation.org/Maui-strong. For your convenience, links to support Maui are in the description of this podcast. Always remember, ohana means family, and family means nobody is left behind or forgotten. Lilo and Stitch.
Your glitchness, may you thrive forever. Message from below.
Oh me, oh my, Glitch, you have proven to be a worthy investment in our realm. The stakeholders are most pleased with taken of Tipper. Now my dear, we, more so I, desire more. How shall you make me please? That's on you, displease me and I'll misplace you, we clear.
Crystal. And may I ask, what is it you have in mind, Devanti?
Why, whatever do you mean? Ooh, it's nothing really, I dunno, I want food.
Right, you wanna narrow that down. These mortals eat anything, and I mean anything they touch, it's fire roasted or air fried.
Finnick, that's absurd. Unnaturally, our R&D, you know, as Remorsed and Damned, has narrowed it down to the most obsessed thing as a taco.
Are you out of your finicking mind? Tacos. With all due respect, bite me.
Glitch.
Hey, don't you dare use my name in that tone. Test me, I'll rewrite your existence into oblivion.
Oh, we are a bit saucy, now. Complete task or taste the light.
I despise inter-office mail, always leaves empty and nauseous. What is our task to target?
Tacos.
Oh, seriously? How?
I need a mass distribution of deployment, something big, something useful, something expected. Oh, this is too easy. Marcus, show me the grid.
What are you looking for?
An anomaly.
Hi. Anomaly? It's just a storm.
See why you're the enter-prophecy tool. It's a compliment, take it or leave it.
Bite me, Glitch.
Alright, that's enough of that. Now I'll remind you, RMD dropped Dorian on Earth on a reconnaissance to gather data. He malfunctioned and destroyed everything he touched. It didn't help things, R&D kept reviving him, sort of. From the control room, Dorian got drunk and slammed into everything. I can't believe I'm even going to say this, just ask Karen.
I rather not. We don't get along.
Fine. Karen, check for anomalies in the Atlantic grid.
Scanning. Checking. Failed. There were no known anomalies found.
That's a typical Karen response.
Want to repeat that? Or should I accidentally report this to R&D for non-compliance to my terms, my conditions?
Oh, for the love of all things evil, what you want from me already? An apology. Fine, I'm blah. I'm trying to see blah. You get what I'm saying?
Diagnostics. Your attempt in regret is identified and logged. Do you have any further request?
Yes. Can you adjust the heat in here? It's too cold in this room.
Computing error. A trouble ticket has been opened and engine HIC Imagineer will be acquired in 92 days. New update available. Push now or later?
92 days? Damn, I mean you think you are Karen. So where is the data?
That finicking son of Growl Box Tipper ruins everything. He killed Dorian.
Calm yourself.
Box Marcus. I feel better already.
Ah, glitch.
Grimmapel. Are you a tiny stupider?
Okay, it's become apparent we have to do this stealth-like. You're practically leaking and breaching our deadline, and the ability to coexist will be irrelevant should we fail.
What are you babbling about?
Understand, I get it. But what happens next is security coded. I can't replicate or determine its origin. But I'm have it in alert. Shall I accept?
Seems odd for an D2.
Hello, my glitch.
Dorian? That's impossible. You were declared dead by the Alliance.
Not quite, was banished in a time loop. It's abso-freaking-lutely hell.
Jealous. Hey, central heat is on the fritz. Prophecy was fulfilled at snowing in hell.
Damn, that sucks. I got this distress beacon, you were in need of guidance. La verdad esta ahi fuera, mi animalia aischa.
Is that so? The truth is out there. My anomaly lurks abound.
So it isn't as so. I must impress Cut Marcus some slack. He really is trying to displease you.
So many unanswered questions, so.
Hey, end of the loop approximating.
No, not again, Dorian.
La verdad esta ahi fuera.
Dorian.
Did it work?
Yes, it worked.
Ooh, that was overwhelming. Sniff.
Are you crying?
Some things are not as they appear. Tipper, I'm getting a bad vibe. We have been misled.
Aha, okay, you have my undivided attention. How exactly did we become misled?
Okay, hear me out. What if everything we know is a misunderstanding? What if, I feel sick saying this, what if another intervened as a cover story to hide the truth?
What the freak? Woo.
What's wrong?
There's a disturbance in the balance of evil and good.
I can't explain it, Tipper, but I have this overwhelming feeling we were lied to.
Mother of, woo.
Am I being selfish for thinking like this, or deep down inside know the truth without obtaining a clue?
You're not going to tell Uncoden or Maud, are you, about the sync?
Sigh. Number. I know it's risky and I'm probably jeopardizing our world. But Tipper, it's just freaking wrong. Dorian was set up to fail.
Damn it, Louis, stop.
Glitch, are you in good pain or bad pain?
Mother of good. Mapel. Something is wrong, Marcus. Something is really wrong. This doesn't make any sense. I don't know what to do with this. I'm confused and conflicted.
Are we abandoning the target?
No. And that's the part I'm terrified about. And I get a strong impression Dorian learned the truth.
The truth?
I may be outside my element, but our division classified Dorian as Project Eden, as I recall. Marcus. Dorian is an energy entity. He was not a threat. He was researching evidence of temporal alterations in Earth's weather. A la verdadista ahi fiera. Damn it, Dorian. I need some fresh air and a moment to think. Much better. The past is always calming.
You feel it, don't you?
I hate this. Dorian was set up.
Ow.
Are you going to be okay?
I'm so confused with emotions like anger, hurt and pissed all at once.
We have to tell someone.
Do I? No, we should. And I really want to say something. Tipper, I'm afraid what we learn may shake the foundation.
Well, this just sucks. Ow. Wow. Marcus, we have a major developing problem. Call the council and request an emergency recession. We have an uprising in our midst.
Uh-oh. Ooh, yipes, Tipper. Tipper, call Uncoden right now. No, oh no. Tipper, hell on earth is about to be unleashed. The truth is out there. OMG, Tipper, Dorian is trapped here on Earth.
What?
Glitch said a higher intervention was altering our weather. Dorian was sent to investigate. Something took over Dorian and expelled his energy across a vastness.
Do you realize what you're saying?
What I am saying is this is bigger than we knew and it's bigger than hell.
Oh damn it. Damn it. It's not possible, it can't be possible. Darker than the hell.
To think this whole thing snowballed over a forced Targo.
That's not funny, Marcus. A darker force is in play.
I just received word. The council has agreed to emergency session. And Devanti sent a request for a volcano taco? I don't get it.
Ooh, those are so good and the aftermath is such a delight. It tastes amazing and then it's like you die.
Hey, before we go over to Unco Dan's, let's stop in Taco Bell. I'm badly craving a volcano taco. Like right now, like I gotta have one, maybe two.
Love it, just love it. Hang on, ain't no way, I'm sensed to that.
Are you sure about this? In your condition of spontaneous reactions, I just ensure it's a good idea.
While I appreciate concern, I shall conduct myself as myself.
Right, going down? It may not be a good idea to tell the council about the sink just yet. It may look like a security breach. You know, it's just me thinking out loud, you know.
Do you love the ambience makes you feel at home?
Why have you summoned us?
As you are aware, I'm leading a project to inflict the uncontrollable desire of tacos upon the earth. But something happened along the way. Your darkness, no, yum.
I am Yum? Are you okay?
Glitch. Uh-oh, glitch.
Me oh my.
Is this a bad time, Marcus?
Oh boy, your darkness, may I request a moment to evaluate glitch? She's unwell, as you can see.
Of course, Marcus.
Come on, glitch, snap out of it.
Whoa, what happened? Where's the council?
I wish you would have waited to see them. You said, I am Yum.
Box. Mapel, what have you done to me?
Reroute MAPEL. Mysterious van just took Ogden. Stay at bay.
Tipper, we are on our own. They took Unco Dan.
Who?
Exactly.
What?
No, who?
Who's who?
World Healthcare Org.
Why would who take Uncoden?
I dunno, but they know I know.
Are you freaking effing kidding, really? Who? Oh hell no. Prepare the troops, we're going topside. Elevator. Council, I decree war on the who.
What proof ye have on who?
Mapel envisioned Dorian's path. We never disclosed origin. But she knows. I don't know the how, but she knows too much to ignore.
We wait.
With all due respect.
Silence, our ruling stands, we wait.
As you wish, your darkness.
Going up. Now what do we do?
Damn it. Marcus, we are going topside, but we are going to pay a visit to R&D.
You know you wouldn't dare.
Afraid so, we are converting to human.
You realize going against the Council could lead to exile or worse.
I have a lead that I never considered formidable. I have hope.
You're going to have some hiccups to overcome.
Oh boy, we got company.
Who's coming?
Glitch is coming, and something called Marcus.
I just had a shockwave. That normal?
No, Marcus, it ain't normal. None of this is normal. We are so beyond normality, whatever that means.
Glitch, you're scaring me.
For once I'm in the unknown, we must find Mapel. I sense this goes dark deep, and now it's impacting her.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to decipher my thoughts, Marcus. Somehow I think as I'm broadcasted outward on a compromised encryption on beta waves. I'm going to level with you. I was working on a top secret project for R&D to input thoughts into humans, like a impossible suggestion you couldn't shake off until you completed the said task. It was foolproof. Mapel stumbled into the lab by thought in error. I still don't know how she bypassed my security passkey. I never told a non-living soul. That was until I played back Replace Kren, Marcus. She guessed by pretending to know. Like what the hell, that should not be a thing.
How would a mortal know that?
Honestly, she gives me chills. I can't shake the feeling she saw into her loud, visualized a password, and then roamed freely into my code. Oh, it gets worse.
Worse?
I then find her freely running around my cloud, throwing crap at it.
No, she defiled Cloudy? Okay, now that makes sense. Cloudy been moody around stuff like he got something to do and don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, Rappel defiled Cloudy. But in an obscure way, she tri-linked all clouds to Cloudy.
The freak. Impressively scary. Oh. Where are we staying topside?
I didn't think that far ahead. They still use money to get stuff?
Sigh. I'll ask. Caradom, does Earth use money to acquire services and goods?
Yes, all services to trades require payment. More importantly, they nag each other with aggression and forced fear for repayment. Get this: for a couch they will haunt, bang, yell and shake.
That sounds delightful. How do you join the misery?
You wish to abuse R&D funds for a couch?
Well, since you asked nicely, I would love to abuse funds. But how do we get the roughness you described?
Scanning, checking, home. Interesting. Simply don't pay after first payment.
Why is that a thing to achieve?
Karen, scan for low wave tracer.
Tracer not present. I don't recognize this command. Running diagnostics. Access denied. Like hell I am. End session.
What did you do to Karen?
I gave her an endless looping code.
Chapter 26. The train, on leaving Great Salt Lake at Ogden, passed northward for an hour as far as Weber River, having completed nearly 900 miles from San Francisco. From this point it took an easterly direction towards the jagged Wasatch Mountains. It was in the section included between this range and the Rocky Mountains that the American engineers found the most formidable difficulties in laying the road, and that the government granted a subsidy of $48,000 per mile instead of $16,000 allowed for the work done on the plains. But the engineers, instead of violating nature, avoided its difficulties by winding around, instead of penetrating the rocks. One tunnel only, 14,000 feet in length, was pierced in order to arrive at the Great Basin. The track up to this time had reached its highest elevation at the Great Salt Lake. From this point it described a long curve, descending towards Bitter Creek Valley, to rise again to the dividing ridge of the waters between the Atlantic and the Pacific. There were many creeks in this mountainous region, and it was necessary to cross Muddy Creek, Green Creek, and others, upon culverts. PASSEPARTOUT grew more and more impatient as they went on, while Fix longed to get out of this difficult region, and was more anxious than Phileas Fogg himself to be beyond the danger of delays and accidents, and set foot on English soil. At 10 o'clock at night the train stopped at Fort Bridger Station, and 20 minutes later entered Wyoming territory, following the valley of Bitter Creek throughout. The next day, the 7th of December, they stopped for a quarter of an hour at Green River Station. Snow had fallen abundantly during the night, but, being mixed with rain, it had half melted, and did not interrupt their progress. The bad weather, however, annoyed PASSEPARTOUT, for the accumulation of snow, by blocking the wheels of the cars, would certainly have been fatal to Mr. Fogg's tour.
What an idea,
said to himself.
Why did my master make this journey in winter? Couldn't he have waited for the good season to increase his chances?
While the worthy Frenchman was absorbed in the state of the sky and the depression of the temperature, Aouda was experiencing fears from a totally different cause. Several passengers had got off at Green River, and were walking up and down the platforms, and among these Aouda recognized Colonel Stamp Proctor, the same who had so grossly insulted Phileas Fogg at the San Francisco meeting. Not wishing to be recognized, the young woman drew back from the window, feeling much alarm at her discovery. She was attached to the man who, however coldly, gave her daily evidences of the most absolute devotion. She did not comprehend, perhaps, the depth of the sentiment with which her protector inspired her, which she called gratitude, but which, though she was unconscious of it, was really more than that. Her heart sank within her when she recognized the man whom Mr. Fogg desired, sooner or later, to call to account for his conduct. Chance alone, it was clear, had brought Colonel Proctor on this train, but there he was, and it was necessary, at all hazards, that Phileas Fogg should not perceive his adversary. Outer seized a moment when Mr. Fogg was asleep to tell Fix and Passepartout whom she had seen.
That Proctor on this train.
Cried Fix.
Well, reassure yourself, madam, before he settles with Mr. Fogg. He has got to deal with me. It seems to me that I was the more insulted of the two.
And, besides,
added Passepartout,
I'll take charge of him, Colonel as he is.
Mr. Fix.
Resumed Outer.
Mr. Fogg will allow no one to revenge him. He said that he would come back to America to find this man. Should he perceive Colonel Proctor, we could not prevent a collision which might have terrible results. He must not see him.
You are right, madam.
Replied Fix.
A meeting between them might ruin all. Whether he were victorious or beaten, Mr. Fogg would be delayed, and,
added Passepartout,
that would play the game of the gentlemen of the Reform Club. In 4 days we shall be in New York. Well, if my master does not leave this car during those 4 days, we may hope that chance will not bring him face to face with this confounded American. We must, if possible, prevent his stirring out of it.
The conversation dropped. Mr. Fogg had just woke up, and was looking out of the window. Soon after Passepartout, without being heard by his master or Outer, whispered to the detective.
Would you really fight for him?
I would do anything.
Replied Fix, in a tone which betrayed determined will.
To get him back living to Europe.
Passepartout felt something like a shudder shoot through his frame, but his confidence in his master remained unbroken. Was there any means of detaining Mr. Fogg in the car, to avoid a meeting between him and the Colonel? It ought not to be a difficult task, since that gentleman was naturally sedentary and little curious. The detective, at least, seemed to have found a way, for, after a few moments, he said to Mr. Fogg,
These are long and slow hours, sir, that we are passing on the railway.
Yes,
replied Mr. Fogg.
but they pass.
You were in the habit of playing whist.
Resumed Fix.
On the steamers.
Yes, but it would be difficult to do so here. I have neither cards nor partners.
Oh, but we can easily buy some cards, for they are sold on all the American trains. And as for partners, if madam plays.
Certainly, sir.
Outer quickly replied.
I understand whist. It is part of an English education.
I myself have some pretensions to playing a good game. Well, here are 3 of us, and a dummy.
As you please, sir.
Replied Phileas Fogg, heartily glad to resume his favorite pastime even on the railway. Passepartout was dispatched in search of the steward, and soon returned with 2 packs of cards, some pins, counters, and a shelf covered with cloth. The game commenced. Outer understood whist sufficiently well, and even received some compliments on her playing from Mr. Fogg. As for the detective, he was simply an adept, and worthy of being matched against his present opponent.
Now,
Thought Passepartout,
we've got him. He won't budge.
At 11 in the morning the train had reached the dividing ridge of the waters at Bridger Pass, 7,524 feet above the level of the sea, one of the highest points attained by the track in crossing the Rocky Mountains. After going about 200 miles, the travelers at last found themselves on one of those vast plains which extend to the Atlantic, and which nature has made so propitious for laying the iron road. On the declivity of the Atlantic basin the first streams, branches of the North Platte River, already appeared. The whole northern and eastern horizon was bounded by the immense semicircular curtain which is formed by the southern portion of the Rocky Mountains, the highest being Laramie Peak. Between this and the railway extended vast plains, plentifully irrigated. On the right rose the lower spurs of the mountainous mass which extends southward to the sources of the Arkansas River, one of the great tributaries of the Missouri. At 12:30 the travelers caught sight for an instant of Fort Halleck, which commands that section, and in a few more hours the Rocky Mountains were crossed. There was reason to hope, then, that no accident would mark the journey through this difficult country. The snow had ceased falling, and the air became crisp and cold. Large birds, frightened by the locomotive, rose and flew off in the distance. No wild beast appeared on the plain. It was a desert in its vast nakedness. After a comfortable breakfast, served in the car, Mr. Fogg and his partners had just resumed whist, when a violent whistling was heard, and the train stopped. Passepartout put his head out of the door, but saw nothing to cause the delay. No station was in view. Outer and Fix feared that Mr. Fogg might take it into his head to get out, but that gentleman contented himself with saying to his servant,
"See what is the matter."
Passepartout rushed out of the car. 30 or 40 passengers had already descended, amongst them Colonel Stamp Proctor. The train had stopped before a red signal which blocked the way. The engineer and conductor were talking excitedly with a signalman, whom the station master at Medicine Bow, the next stopping place, had sent on before. The passengers drew around and took part in the discussion, in which Colonel Proctor, with his insolent manner, was conspicuous.
Joining the group, heard the signalman say,
"No, you can't pass. The bridge at Medicine Bow is shaky and would not bear the weight of the train."
This was a suspension bridge thrown over some rapids, about a mile from the place where they now were. According to the signalman, it was in a ruinous condition, several of the iron wires being broken, and it was impossible to risk the passage. He did not in any way exaggerate the condition of the bridge. It may be taken for granted that, rash as the Americans usually are, when they are prudent there is good reason for it.
not daring to apprise his master of what he heard, listened with set teeth, immovable as a statue.
"Hum,"
cried Colonel Proctor.
"but we are not going to stay here, I imagine, and take root in the snow."
"Colonel,"
replied the conductor,
"we have telegraphed to Omaha for a train, but it is not likely that it will reach Medicine Bow in less than 6 hours."
6 hours,
cried Passepartout.
"Certainly,"
returned the conductor.
"Besides, it will take us as long as that to reach Medicine Bow on foot."
"But it is only a mile from here,"
said one of the passengers.
"Yes, but it's on the other side of the river."
"And can't we cross that in a boat?"
asked the colonel.
"That's impossible. The creek is swelled by the rains. It is a rapid, and we shall have to make a circuit of 10 miles to the north to find a ford."
The colonel launched a volley of oaths, denouncing the railway company and the conductor, and Passepartout, who was furious, was not disinclined to make common cause with him. Here was an obstacle, indeed, which all his master's banknotes could not remove. There was a general disappointment among the passengers, who, without reckoning the delay, saw themselves compelled to trudge 15 miles over a plain covered with snow. They grumbled and protested, and would certainly have thus attracted Phileas Fogg's attention if he had not been completely absorbed in his game. Passepartout found that he could not avoid telling his master what had occurred, and, with hanging head, he was turning towards the car, when the engineer, a true Yankee, named Forster, called out,
"Gentlemen, perhaps there is a way, after all, to get over."
"On the bridge?"
asked a passenger.
"On the bridge.
With our train?
With our train."
Passepartout stopped short, and eagerly listened to the engineer.
"But the bridge is unsafe,"
urged the conductor.
"No matter.
Replied Forster.
I think that by putting on the very highest speed we might have a chance of getting over."
the devil,
muttered Passepartout. But a number of the passengers were at once attracted by the engineer's proposal, and Colonel Proctor was especially delighted, and found the plan a very feasible one. He told stories about engineers leaping their trains over rivers without bridges, by putting on full steam, and many of those present avowed themselves of the engineer's mind.
"We have 50 chances out of 100 of getting over," said one.
80, 90.
Besides,
thought he,
there's a still more simple way, and it does not even occur to any of these people.
Sir,
said he aloud to one of the passengers.
The engineer's plan seems to me a little dangerous, but
80 chances.
Replied the passenger, turning his back on him.
I know it.
Said Passepartout, turning to another passenger.
But a simple idea.
Ideas are no use.
Returned the American, shrugging his shoulders.
As the engineer assures us that we can pass.
Doubtless.
Urged Passepartout.
We can pass, but perhaps it would be more prudent.
What? Prudent?
Cried Colonel Proctor, whom this word seemed to excite prodigiously.
At full speed, don't you see, at full speed.
I know, I see.
Repeated Passepartout.
But it would be, if not more prudent, since that word displeases you, at least more natural.
Who? What's the matter with this fellow?
Cried several.
The poor fellow did not know to whom to address himself.
"Are you afraid?"
Asked Colonel Proctor.
I afraid. Very well, I will show these people that a Frenchman can be as American as they.
All aboard,
cried the conductor.
Yes, all aboard.
Repeated Passepartout, and immediately.
But that can't prevent me from thinking that it would be more natural for us to cross the bridge on foot, and let the train come after.
But no one heard this sage reflection, nor would anyone have acknowledged its justice. The passengers resumed their places in the cars. Passepartout took his seat without telling what had passed. The whist players were quite absorbed in their game. The locomotive whistled vigorously. The engineer, reversing the steam, backed the train for nearly a mile, retiring, like a jumper, in order to take a longer leap. Then, with another whistle, he began to move forward. The train increased its speed, and soon its rapidity became frightful. A prolonged screech issued from the locomotive, the piston worked up and down 20 strokes to the second. They perceived that the whole train, rushing on at the rate of 100 miles an hour, hardly bore upon the rails at all. And they passed over. It was like a flash. No one saw the bridge. The train leaped, so to speak, from one bank to the other, and the engineer could not stop it until it had gone 5 miles beyond the station. But scarcely had the train passed the river, when the bridge, completely ruined, fell with a crash into the rapids of Medicine Bow. That concludes Chapter 26. The Project Gutenberg ebook of Around the World in 80 Days, by Jules Verne. This ebook is for the use of anyone anywhere in the United States and most other parts of the world at no cost and with almost no restrictions whatsoever. You may copy it, give it away or reuse it under the terms of the Project Gutenberg license included with this ebook or online at www.gutenberg.org. If you are not located in the United States, you'll have to check the laws of the country where you are located before using this ebook. Title: Around the World in 80 Days. Author: Jules Verne. Release date: January 1, 1994. Ebook number 103, most recently updated August 6, 2021. Language: English. Do you remember this audio drama is made for all to enjoy, made for Spotify and distributed around the world. Make sure you are subscribed to get automatic notifications for our next release. Since your feedback is vital, take a moment and click on voicemail and tell us what you think of this audio drama. Your response may get featured, so do understand it will be checked before it airs. One last thing, did you know Mind Over John, substack.com/subscribe is live scripted. This is done to give you an inside view of the making of each episode and to secure the content. My friends, we have only 9 chapters left before we close out the season. Until next chapter, stream on.